Welcome back, everybody. And I'm not saying that I mentally bounce around, but this rig looked like this before I had finished editing the last part of his It Came From the Workbench series. So here's what we're looking at now. He is as of yet untested on the freshly mounted, the Hunks mounted over to the black alloy wheels. His shocks have been addressed, and I guess most notably, he got something of a paint job. Ooh, spicy. The paint job came out better than I could possibly have anticipated. This is my first time using the Tamiya Weathering Master. That stuff's pretty great. That was pretty stuck. I don't know what I am getting stuck on right there. Okay, well, you know, the definition of insanity. Just approaching the same exact line over and over again. I'm thinking I either need more preload in the front, or perhaps stiffer go up a rate in the front, because the front end is really sagging. I mean, I guess I can just try dialing in a little bit of preload and see what that does. Let's see if you can pull it around without flipping this over. That passenger rear is way up. Alright, a little drop in there. This is a very different beast to maneuver than what I drove most recently. I still think he needs a little more gear. I can't catch it right where it needs to be. Yeah, I want a little more gear. I still think 84 pinion is probably the way to go. Oh, some serious crawler action on that rear tire. Quite a bit of preload dialed into the rear and not a lot in the front. Maybe 7 millimeters in the front. I feel like now on this tire setup, I feel like the preload needs to go the opposite way. I need more preload in the front and less in the back. All right, I basically just reversed the preload. So now about 7-ish millimeters in the back and maybe 12 in the front. Let's see if it augers in right here like it was. Still get a little hung, but yeah, it might be another rate in the front. Honestly, it might be another rate in the front and another rate in the rear. I know generally, you know, don't make multiple changes. But he settles down so nice. So of course, whatever the final name lands on, it's gonna have to be snake related. I mean, that Krylon gloss jungle green it looks like he was painted 2 colors of green. I don't know how that worked. Yeah, this is one of those rigs where the tuning is going to take 4 times as long as the building. Figuring out what is going to work for him. Yeah, I think the spring, like when I made some of the changes, it made other parts not work. So yeah, there's something in the springing right now. He can really juggle though. Yeah, like right there, yeah, I think it's both. I think it's too light I think it's too light of springs all the way around, which to me, you know, as I learn as I go, is counterintuitive, as this thing is so light. But he obviously needs to get his unsprung bits, well, his sprung bits, higher. He's behaving as if he's too close to the ground. Let's try descending from here. His stability is outlandish. I don't think I can dial in what I need with preload alone. And as I say that, he descends that effortlessly. I've just been calling him Jake, you know, Jake the Snake, because he's got he's got the weathered snake look going. Very loose here, very. Yeah, there seems to be just a small net loss of traction. It's odd. Like, I feel like he would have pulled this like that. Maybe it's just that I haven't mentally adjusted. The most recent shenanigans were, of course, the wild card round, and those two gents are not this guy. Yeah, I don't know. Now I'm feeling like everything suspension related isn't final on this. I think I need to mess with springs. I think I need to mess with foams. I think the tires are pretty good. There's just a loss of, like, that hop. That hop is always indicative of something not quite right. Yeah, he keeps getting just buried in. Yeah, there's something missing. Just got done with the morning's fake concrete and figured it's not too hot yet. Let's send him into the loose rock here. Plenty of unkind places here. Like that. Oh, that's perfect. I just sat down. Should have known this guy was going to give me problems. Well, this setup, how he's setting now, apparently really likes natural stone. Ooh, no pun intended, but he did slither through that little sticky gap. Let's try this way over the top of these. Yeah, see, this is what makes, for me, this is what makes tuning difficult. That looked great. He's about to drop into some completely uncured down here. Try to go gentle through here. Might have left a little, oh yeah. Those rears definitely left some tire tracks in there. Now he's got a little bit of that. Oh, pulled out a big plug there. I really shouldn't be driving in this section, but the breeze is nice and I'm in the shade. Oh no. Oh no. Uh-oh. Yikes. So stable. So slithery. And this is the thing, you can't tune a suspension to do everything. Oh no, look at that back tire. Oh, right through the, look at this. Delicious. That tire's gonna be fun. But hey, concrete on concrete should grip, right? So you can wrap this over. Yep, there we go. Up out of here. Yeah, maybe it was mindset. I don't know. It does not look like he's having much issue here, even with tires full of DG in Portland. Still a little snappier than I would like. Ooh, that rock is in an unfortunate location. Past the dump truck. Probably gonna have to dig this here. Oh, he's in the hole. He's in the hole. All right. He has a good looking thing. I mean, I know it's 100% subjective, but I feel like I'm getting better at it. I will say though, that if you're looking for a pure patina finish, the Krylon, I think it's Fusion 5X, it's not the Max, I think it's the Fusion 5X. Perhaps not the best paint. It was particularly warm when he got painted, and when it cures so hard. I ended up having to use 220 grit just to try to get some panel lines to raise, and honestly, there wasn't much coming up. So I ended up using the Weathering Master for a lot of it. Get over. The paint just dries so hard And then I did the pink salt for this. Oh, now I got 2 tires gooped. I did the pink salt method, which I prefer. It didn't really bond to the sides as well, but what it did to the roof and the hood is just, it's so snake-like. I'm not disappointed in it at all. Then it was Weathering Master all over. I will be sure to throw in some stills so you can get a better look at it. Then I remembered that I had all the little bits, door handles and whatnot. Decided to throw those on, weather those. Oh, right through the soup again. What is it with me and that patch of soup? I'm gonna have to spray these tires off. I mean, they're pretty grippy now. Yeah, I found traction compound. Use a liquid form of whatever surface you're driving on. Oh, that is sticky. So I used the Weathering Master on all of the little pieces, and then went flat clear over everything. For the window masks, I used the Tamiya Camoy tape, the Tamiya 40mm masking tape, and you have to have the sharpest blade, like you need scalpel sharp. So it was a brand new number 11 to cut it. Any other blade would just tear it, but it did a fantastic job because it's so thin. It lays down so flat, and indeed most of the scratches that were on the windows were just in the decals. So his windshield's pretty clean. Come over here, dirty wheels. I'll show you the current, how the body sits currently, which is what I've done is I took the bumper mounting pins and put heat shrink on them. And I drilled 2 holes in the mount. This is a Ecto stock bumper, cut down a little bit. So it just press fits and it holds the body on. So to take the body off, you pull the bumper off, take the 2 pins out in the back, just pops right off. It's a little, let's see how close it can get on the details. I think it came out, honestly, I think it came out great. It's hard to believe that that's a yellow Ecto body underneath. That's one dirty tire. I'm really pleased with it. Now, of course, tons of tuning, as I'm gonna have to drive it. I'm gonna kind of make a deal with myself to drive at least half a pack in between setup changes, because my initial feeling as soon as he touched rock was, I don't know. But now, I guess I don't know, I'm acclimating. Here's a good drop. He's really gonna run, he's gonna give the descenders a run for their money. Oh, that wasn't full sexy, but you just go through these puddles. There we go. Get them cleaned off a little. Go for a straight up here. See if you can pull over this. Yeah, I had hoped that would be a little more dramatic than that. All right, how about the steeper section right here? Yeah, see, to those out there, with either more experience or who are just better drivers than I am, I'm making it up as I go along. What if anything, does he seem to lack right now? Because this amount of pull on wet tires this seems pretty okay. Like I can modulate him really well. But over on the other side, on Undertaker, he was flailing a little bit. Okay, how about this little split angle here? Can he find enough? Well, I just got the chassis stuff. Got to get inside this rock, and the problem is there's a big puddle. I mean, that's pretty good, right? Like, objectively, pulling that angle is not bad. Come on here. Okay, that's just too. You're not gonna get that, but you can potentially get this. That felt pretty nice. Whoa! Ooh. Oh. Also, have we incidentally found out that hunks work better when they're wet? Ordinarily, I wouldn't think that would be a possibility. And he's leaving water trails behind him. I mean, I don't like want to hit that lake down there at the bottom exactly, but now I feel like I don't want to mess with it. That flat boy of a rock is nope. Oh, that's bound for the lake. Of course, now after he's all done, and now that he's done to this point, I see now that like it's not that expensive to get a servo on axle adapter for an AR-44, but it's too late. It's too late for that. His whole front end is built around this setup. And I'm kind of enjoying, now that the links are pretty much sorted, I'm 100% fine with the fact that he's chassis mounted steering. His suspension actually seems pretty good. I find that most of the time I can't leave well enough alone, so I start tinkering with it, but I'm not mad at him at all. So this was, I think, equal parts cry for help and fulfillment of my own insane deal with myself to upload a video every day in July. We're getting close. We're real close to the end. The elimination round will be up next-ish. I have no idea the format on that. I determined the format for the wildcard round about 10 minutes before I filmed the wildcard round. Come on, you can get up there. Look, yeah, those hunks are pretty good. He looks pretty good. Ooh, look at him settle. Oh, I feel like I'm just truly flirting with disaster. It's not that deep, but I kind of don't want to go into the drink. I've got his tires mostly clean. Yeah, so chime in, everybody. Give me some ideas. Like I say, when I'm designing suspension geometry, setting up links, things like that, I just go by what I pick up off the internet here and there, whether it be stuff talking about 4 links on full-size vehicles, whether it be comments that you guys have made, whether it be stuff I've picked up in other videos. So I am making it up. And so far this guy appears to be making it up pretty good. So he and I, thank you for watching. And we wanted to do a cool thing where we drive off out of frame and managed it. Have a good one, everybody.